Your Excellency, Mr. Ambassador, Alhaji Conte, gentlemen, Mr. Ambassador, come to you with greetings from the Sierra Leone People's Party in North American region and the Washington DC Metro chapter. For me, today is a historic moment for me today as far as SLPP politics in the Washington Metro area is concerned. To the best of my knowledge, what we're about to do today has never happened in this city for as long as I've lived here for over 20 years. We're experiencing today, a classic example of democracy. What I mean by that, transition from one administration to another, a smooth transition. I believe it's instances like this we're doing today. It's what we need in Sierra Leone and in Africa. If we can accomplish that in our continent, maybe many of us will not be in the diaspora as we find ourselves today. So, on behalf of SLPPDC Washington DC, I want to thank you for giving us this opportunity, for accepting, my invitation to come and visit you. Actually, my request to come and visit you so that I can introduce to you our new executive. I'm not a stranger in this office. Yeah, I've never been a stranger in this office. During the days of our administration and during the days of the APC administration, I consider myself as one of you all. I'm always coming here. I feel I belong here, and this belongs to all of us. This is Sierra Leone, and we consider you as the highest, as representing our country in this country. In this country, that's why this is also more important. I just want to. I'm not going to give any long speeches. I just want to use this opportunity to introduce to you a very important person from today on. As a matter of fact, from September 27, a very important person as far as the highest ranking SLPP member in the Washington metropolitan area, our new chairman in the presence of Mr. Abu Hassan Askia Kuruma, sitting to my right here. Back in September, we had an election, a democratic election, and Mr. Kuruma emerged as the victor. So he succeeded me, and I'm very proud that I'm handing over to Mr. Kuruma as my chairman. I believe, APC, your work is cut out for you because, this guy is, this is politics, gentlemen. This guy is good. You understand? So I want to use this moment, as I'm stepping out, to introduce Mr. Abu Hassan Kuruma, our newly elected chairman of SLPP Washington DC Metropolitan Area. And he, in his speech, whatever, he's going to introduce to you his executive. So on behalf of SLPP, I want to congratulate you once again, Mr. Kuruma. And I want to thank you, Mr. Ambassador, for giving us this audience. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, should I say something?
Yeah.
Well, His Excellency, Mr. Ambassador Walker Stevens, members of the diplomatic staff, gentlemen of the Sierra Leone People's Party, Washington DC Metro chapter, we feel very honored that you made time to meet with us in this wonderful building, this very historic building, this building that has served the purpose of our nation for many years. As the current ambassador, we have followed your work, and we are pleased that you are representing Sierra Leoneans here. As my outgoing chairman has said, we had an election, and we try to work as best as possible to ensure that internal animosities among us are minimized and internal cohesiveness is maximized. While we allow that within the SLPP, we also feel it is our purposeful duty to ensure that we minimize internal animosities within the Sierra Leonean community and maximize internal cohesiveness as a nation. That is why I feel very honored that we are meeting with you. I'm looking forward to working with you, even though it's my wish by next time, maybe we'll have a letter. But I believe that we will have a very civil and good rapport. I am here with a cross-section of my executive. You asked, is there no women? There are women, but you know the work schedule cannot allow everybody to be here. But I will start by introducing my Secretary General, Mr. Julius Lansana Aruna. He is a Secretary General of the current chapter. And next to him is Mr. Abubakar Barry, we call him Barry White. He is an executive member without portfolio in the executive. And next to him is Jaya C. Kalon, who is our publicity secretary. Next to Mr. Jaya C. Kalon is Mr. Ahmed Bolin. He is our assistant publicity secretary too. And the young man with the camera here is Yusuf Dean, and he is the assistant organizing secretary. And sitting over there is Mr. Ernest Pikanyande. He's the chief advisor and protocol officer. And then I have my then campaign chairman and now organizing secretary, Mr. Vandi Moe Amara Belu. These are the people with whom I'll be working for the next 2 years. And for the next 2 years, we want to be able to work together in civility. I believe that we who have experienced and have the taste of democracy must be in the forefront of ensuring that democracy gains a foothold in Sierra Leone, because we know what it means when peace is in a country. We know development will come, and development is only sustainable if people are assured of a sustainable peace. And we want to make sure that what we say, what we do, and how we do it contribute to a sustainable, peaceful situation in Sierra Leone. There are a lot of things ahead of us, but we cannot allow politics to undermine the peace of a nation. Because looking at it, we are all interrelated. For example, my parents come from the north, but I was born in the south. And I married a woman from the east. And by the time we finish all articulating where all of us came from, we realize we are actually related more than we think. So we should not endeavor to do anything that is going to undermine that family union. We want to take this opportunity, and I know my outgoing chairman has already spoken to you about it, but we'll be having a formal inauguration. The chairman of the National Party, Mr. John Benjamin, will be here to grace that occasion.